Hey, it's David Cherry. Today, I want to talk with you about AI turning content marketers into developers. I received a call from my friend Tim, who's based in New Zealand, and Tim is a unicorn because he's half growth marketer, half developer. And he has this skill set that's right in the intersection of marketing and coding. And he was showing me a new app that led me to have this breakthrough insight about where things are going when it comes to development, when it comes to marketing. And that's what I want to talk with you about today. He showed me a custom app that he had built for his team to become more effective. And showing me this custom software that had taken only an hour or less to spin up, that was making his team become more effective, helped me understand that web development is going to go the same way of content marketing. What I mean by that is once the internet opened up and unleashed this sort of information age, anybody who wanted to could publish. You could hit publish on a blog, you could hit publish on YouTube, you can hit publish on a podcast. There's no barrier for you to post. And this is where you're publishing your ideas. You're in the marketplace of ideas. And you might learn some skill set around editing a podcast or creating a YouTube video where you have to learn how to use a camera. And there's some technical know-how, but the barrier is pretty low. So if you compare the technical chops that you need to record a YouTube video versus the technical chops you need to code an app, there used to be a big asymmetry there. Coding an app might take years for you to figure out. Learning to record and film yourself and edit a video, you'd get better over the course of the year, or pretty good over the course of a year. Now that this vibe coding, AI-driven coding world is here, we've drastically reduced the amount of time that it takes any general person to create an app. So when Tim was showing me this app that he had built, this custom software that his team was already benefiting from, what I realized is that creating applications will become so simple and easy that it's going to be no different from creating a YouTube video. It's going to be no different than creating a podcast, which means infinitely more people will be building software. And if you think through the implications of that, it means we're going to be flooded with custom software. So what's the point of that custom software? Well, I believe that the custom software you're going to start seeing is going to help people enact ideas and concepts that we have to share. Because when a content marketer has the ability now to create software, it means that they can generate an idea that is useful to somebody and then build software that helps the reader or the viewer or the listener enact the concepts that come from the content that was being created. So no longer will a book be a standalone book, but a book will also promote software because you write the book to share an idea you feel is important, and then you write the software to help your reader use the ideas from the book in their day-to-day life. Because anyone can create software, it means that the value is in both content and software. And really, this actually has been the case for a long time. We were talking about some of our favorite applications. If you think about Basecamp from 37 Signals, or you think about Asana, which is a task management software, a lot of people bought the software of those applications like Basecamp because people knew the founders and people were interested in the philosophy of Basecamp and how they got things done, right? Asana is the same thing. Asana started out of one of the co-founders of Facebook who had a point of view about how to get things done, and then he built software to enact that idea and help other people do the same. So the reason we were buying the software was because we aligned with the philosophy of the software, and because the software helped us live that philosophy in our day-to-day life. This means that influence and applications go hand in hand. And this means that the people who are running content studios will begin to build software, and the people who are building software will need to think more deeply about the philosophy behind the software they're building, because the idea that spreads is more important really than the tool that you're building. It's about creating influence and a movement behind the software you're building so that people can enact through your application what your view of the world is. So we've always been eager to use products and services that we believe in the philosophy behind. It's just now content marketers are given the opportunity to create new applications to further their ideas in real life. So I expect to see many different pieces of media that are important in the world turn into more applications. And this has been the case. If you think about someone like a Wim Hof, for example, he's spreading the idea about how to breathe in a particular way. And then he's got an app where you can listen to him and you can watch videos, right? So there's already been this link between content and software. It's just that the barrier to entry to create that, it used to be the influencer had to hire the dev agency and spend a year building some type of app, like the Waking Up app, for example. Now, the content marketer, armed with a good idea, can immediately translate their philosophy into an application and spread both. So the point is, this new content software era is where software becomes commoditized, where anyone can create software just like as easily as a YouTube video. And that means that we're all being called to elevate the next level of facilitating action and interaction with the ideas that we're spreading through our content mediums. So if you can share an idea through a blog, think about ways in which you might build an application that helps people live that idea in real life. So who knows, maybe the elevator is going to have an application. If you like the content that I'm sharing, might help you actually participate in these ideas in some real-time way through an app that I built, as an example. So that's the world we're heading towards. I'm hoping this view has unlocked something for you, the same way that seeing that application unlocked something for me. And one thing I'm certainly thinking about after talking with Tim is, what are the software applications that I want to build that help produce and share the ideas that I feel are helpful for the people like you who are watching and listening? So there's probably actually going to be more on that I'm hoping to share. So hopefully you can start using some of the software concepts that I have. And I'm not a developer, and that's the beautiful thing about the world that we're heading into. So hope this helps. Curious what your thoughts, questions, ideas are. You can always comment or email me, and I'll be back again with more like this very soon. Later.